The reason why we want to recognize that it's not special or new is because that gives us the ability to think about, well, how do we actually do something about it? Of course, in 2025 and 2026, the rise of Christian nationalism and hard right politics reminds us of the white supremacists of old. In fact, they share connective tissue and ideological tissue. It is masked in different kinds of ways. I was listening to this one guy say, yeah, he's married. His wife is sitting right there. He's a Christian nationalist. And you know how somebody makes a little smirk on TV and you're like, yeah, you thinking something, but you can't say it. So old boy is sitting there with his wife, and the interviewer asked him, yes, so what you mean by this Christian nationalism is that you should vote for the family, that the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was actually a mistake. This dude, without a blink, I mean, he just right out of his mouth, he almost answered the question before she finished. Yes, my wife's vote belongs to me. The lady sitting in the wife is just right here, It was like, boop. I was like, oh, I don't think she liked that, but she ain't gonna say nothing. Yes, there are groups of people that actually believe that the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, which gives women the right to vote, is the wrong way to run the country, and that as a man, as a father, as the daddy, the votes of my whole household belong to me. What kind of misogosh is that? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about the same thing we talked about at the beginning of the. I love when people get excited and like confused. Oh, it's so new. What are you talking about? This is old as the country. Christian nationalism is at the root. Now, any historian will tell you, John Meacham, Beschloss, all of them, of course the country is not Christian. It's not founded as a Christian. Jefferson is a deist. They're not trying to make the same mistake as King George, right? The God King, right? They decide particularly to protect the idea, right, of not only religious freedom, but the freedom of expression. But there are currents within the country that believe it should be ordered. There are daddies and fathers in the country that believe that the right order, not the real order, but the right order, is about the subjugation of women and other minorities that are, in fact, from their point of view, ordained by God. They are ordained by God to have dominion over them. And they use the biblical text to say, well, God gave us the thing. This is how they take all this Native American land. Well, God told us that's the root of manifest destiny. So when people make all these chirping sounds about, oh, this is so new and so whatever, I always tell them, please come and take an ethnic studies class, because what are you talking about? We've already done this. We're doing it again, but we've already done it.